you're on stream. Can we make a social interactions a normal thing, Guru? I think it's good for your mental health. It's terrible for me. Don't say that, dude. You know how paranoid I was after the DJ collab was dropping? Don't say that. Imagine seeing Guru get 360 spin kicked in a soft spar. Alright. What's the crack? Shut your mouth, me. Don't be saying that. Don't ever be saying that, yeah? You ghosted for a minute? Yeah, but I ghosted for a minute after the Drickus du Plessis collaboration in South Africa. Maybe I need some social interactions that aren't UFC world champions. What a weird reality! What a fucking weird reality. Maybe I should hang out with some people that aren't UFC world champions every time I hang out with someone, you know? That could be a good idea, maybe. Aryan women, alright. Sounded like Woodson right there. My bad. Lamal Truth, that's the only people you meet. It would psych me out too. Dude, I literally just chill on my own. I've been on my own for ages now. Occasionally, I'll see my parents and maybe like, alright, say alright to my brother. Yeah, good, man. Doing good. Yeah. Alright, yeah. And then I'll talk to my parents for a bit about what's going on. And then months will go by like that. And then boom, I'm talking to Demetrius Johnson. And then before that, I was talking to Drickus du Plessis, you know. So it's fucking... It's weird. It's a weird reality, man. Do you get starstruck? Be honest, I would. Not really. I'm kind of good about that. But it is weird. It is weird for sure. But not really. I don't really get starstruck, I wouldn't say. But it is strange as fuck. I get a bit weirded out by anyone that I see. You know what I'm saying? That I know I'm going to have to like talk to for a bit. Virginia, brother. Maybe. If you could go back in time and have Bilal win so Islam fights Celia, would you take it? No. No, I wouldn't. I wouldn't take it. I wanted JDM to beat him at the cost. I knew it would cost Makhachev to Puria, and I still wanted it. Who's with me, chat? Who's actually with me on that shit? That's some real fucking shit right there, isn't it? I knew it would cost us to Puria Makhachev, and I still wanted Bilal to get destroyed by JDM. Yo, bro, read everyone's message at an unnaturally uncomfortable speed. No. No. Go visit the Whittaker family in Virginia. No. Me, brother, JDM, man, me, we have 2 great fights now. Real fucking shit. No, he ruined everything. He didn't. We have 2 massive matchups with a promise of an even better one afterwards. Once JDM kills Makhachev and Tapuria moves up to fight JDM. Alright. JDM's going to destroy Islam and then knock... Dude, if the second word, Sniff, starts with grow, I ain't reading the first word. Like, this is rookie shit, man. This is rookie shit. Yo, bro, why do you think JDM will beat Islam Makhachev? Because he just destroyed Bilal, who's known as, like, the better version of the Dagestani guys. No, because he will destroy Makhachev, I reckon. Looking at the Poirier and the Volkanovski fights, I reckon JDM can do that with a bit more strength. A bit more physicality to him. And that can lead to a TKO finish. Would you come to Key West? That's where I'm from, mate. No, I probably won't go to Key West, mate. That's at the very bottom of Florida, right? Out in the sticks or out in the sea. No, I shan't be going there, mate. I shan't be going to Key West. I shan't. Let's study for that. Let's go. Robocop. He's literally trying to be Robocop, yeah. What was the last one? I don't know. The last one is fucking, I guess just for his own career, you know. Wants to understand altitude training. The perfect study, yes. Guru, please give us an analysis on ways Charles Oliveira can beat Ilya. Dude, didn't you see what Gene Silver put out? If Ilya overthrows his punches, Oliveira can get the back from standing. Which is true, but Chandler did it, and Oliveira didn't exactly just easily get the back from standing. And Ilya doesn't throw himself off balance nearly as much as Chandler does. So, I don't know. Oliveira can do it. It's going to take big knee up the middle. Look to take a big early shot of Topuria. What you've got to realize, Fight Fairy says she wants you. No. What you got to realize is Ilya, the first few shots of his combination are weak, and he starts putting some steam on the later ones. So if Oliveira, like, what's it called? If he, like, calls his bluff on the first few shots, then he can, like, grit down and crash in the clinch. That's what Oliveira's got to realize, is the earlier shots of the combination aren't actually the dangerous ones from Topuria. It's the follow-ups. It's the 3, 4, 5, 6. That's the danger. Remember when you ate that plate of hair? I didn't eat the plate of hair, but I put my hair on a plate after buzz cutting my head. You see the Crystal Palace fans crying because their 90% African team finally won a trophy? Ah, it's so fucking sad. Have we discussed Gene Silver's statements yet? I saw... Yeah, that's literally what I just discussed then. If you were listening... And so is Tom. They need to quit calling Tom the interim champ. He's the undisputed world champion. Tom Aspinall, the heavyweight champion of the world. You see Anesthesia ended the girl, not Francis. Yeah, I'm seeing claims of this Ngannou report where he hit that girl with a motorcycle and she died. That it was actually the hospital that killed her. Not Francis Ngannou full speed crashing into her on a motorcycle. So, listen. I don't know what the deal is. I don't know. I don't know what's going on with the Ngannou stuff, but hey, it seems like he's not going to get in any trouble for it whatsoever. Apparently it was medical malpractice as to the reason why it was given that she died. Not Francis Ngannou full speed crashing into her on a motorcycle. So I don't know how they've come to that conclusion, but I guess this is just another African Commission situation where because the hospital could not save her vegetabilized life, that means it is their fault, eh? And let me tell you, the doctor shook a stick in front of her head and she died. We are arresting him for medical malpractice. Eh? So, according to the Athletic Commission in Cameroon, Ngannou is innocent. Okay? Jesus Christ, man. What a meme Africa is. We all know Jones was in Thailand for a reason. It wasn't for the Muay Thai. True. For the lady boy. Thank you for the 5. The Ngannou thing was an honest-to-God accident. He was trying to dodge a green shell. He's not Donkey Kong. Stop with this shit. The Mario Kart shit. Thank you for the $5. Shut the fuck up. Can we get 10 push-ups on a stream? No! I'm never doing exercise for money yet. Never in a million years, me. He does look a lot like Bowser. Shut up, man. Who said Donkey Kong? The whole chat was saying it. The whole chat has been saying it. It's crazy. The whole chat was just spamming it the whole time. Why not do a gym stream? I can't be arsed, man. Just fuck up, innit? Let me have some secrecy in my life. You know? I can't stop picking my nose, man. Beans and Tuna Land. It's 11:30 p.m. Holloway is the only fighter to have 2 trilogies and not having won any of the fights. What a fucking bum! Isn't he a fucking bum then, isn't he, mate? Thank you for the 5. No, he's not. Don't say that. He hasn't had 2 trilogies. Well, he hasn't fought the Poirier one yet, so don't put it out there that he's lost it. Thank you for the $5. Remember when Angelusa yelled, "I kill you," after quitting against Brian Pooh Bear Battle? Good times. He didn't have his motorbike with him. Thank you for the $5. But yeah, he didn't. Apparently, apparently Battle just barely avoided a motorcycle whizzing past him at 100 miles per hour after the event. Dustin beats Max. All right. He didn't want to go to the 7th layer of hair. True. That is true right there. Maybe TKO Group ruined negotiations with Turkey El Sheep. Maybe. But I doubt it. I doubt that's what it was. I think they just realized that Dana's a fucking retard. What do you think got Dana kicked out of the promotion? What do you think it was? Didn't mean it as a dig. It's just a weird stat. No, I know. I was only just making a loud noise to generate energy for myself. Dana's been fired. Yeah, Dana got fired from... he didn't get fired. He got dropped from promoting Canelo versus Crawford because he's fat and bald. This is the reasoning they gave anyway. He didn't get fired. He got dropped from promoting Canelo versus Crawford because he's fat and bald. This is the reasoning they gave anyway. No, it's not the reasoning they gave, but yeah, he's got fired by him. They need to do Valentina versus Whaley. No! Fuck Jandaroba, yes. Fuck Jandaroba, I agree. But don't fuck her, though. You catch something. Thank you for the $2, dude. After that, you know. How do you honestly think Aiden and Kai made it on YouTube? I've never seen them do anything entertaining without using other people for content. I think you know what it is about them lot? Their streams and that. It's like majority unentertaining, but they're looking for like that one thing that's going to take off on Twitter or TikTok. That's all it is these days. It's the same thing with like singers and songwriters and people that make movies and films. They're not even doing it for the overall content. They're just finding an excuse to have a scene, to have a moment, to have a chorus, to have 2 lines of a song. That's mostly what it is, you know? Like, when people make songs these days, they think of something that will be catchy on TikTok and they build a song around it. If these guys do streamers for like 3 hours, it's just they find something that will go viral and they do a stream for 2.5 hours around it. You know what I mean? Same thing with movies. This is a scene that I know would go well on TikTok or YouTube Shorts or Instagram Reels. And then they build a film around it. It's like, it's all that happens these days. Death sentence impression. I'm gonna beat this guy in 2 seconds. Thank you for the 2. You and Bisping and Till would be a good banter. Me, Bisping and Till would be a great banter. It'd be great banter. Bro, Amanda Nunes dick pic just got leaked. Alright. Ilya versus Gaethje, you could use a tune-up. I'd love a tune-up. Who said that? Oh, it's Henry Cejudo, right? So O'Malley. What do you say, Precious? I'd love a tune-up. Dude, O'Malley actually got bitched in that encounter. Let's be real. So, you ready to go? Or you actually ready to go? You really ready to go? You're actually ready to go. That was so bad from O'Malley on the spot. I saw that one. I was like, damn, O'Malley, you didn't have a line prepared for Cejudo. Eventually, he said, get that little person out of here. What's your way? You actually ready to go? You actually ready to go? You being for real? You actually ready to go? He actually did so badly there. Cejudo interrupting his fucking interview. Hey, I'm right here. What do you say, Precious? I'd love a tune-up. 5'3" Cejudo standing there. And the camera pans over to 5'3" Cejudo just standing there menacingly. And what do you say, Precious? I'd love a tune-up. He got mugged by a midget. I know, triple cringe. I'd love a tune-up, I know. All drunk. I know, he was drunk as well, wasn't he? The beard swipe as well. So forcing it. And then Figueiredo looking in the middle. Pans over and then down. It actually does. I think it did. Like, they panned over and then refocused Cejudo into the center of the frame. That would have been such a better shot, chat, wouldn't it? If they panned it over to Cejudo and you just see the top of his head. What do you say, Precious? I'd love a tune-up. And it's just his hairline in the shot. That'd be such a good one, man. Goated camera work. They should have done that. I'd love a tuna. All right. I don't know why you're saying that. Tune up. He said...
And I want to finish on this one. You've shown some love to MMA Guru. He appeared in the story the other day while you're on stream. He even shouted you out during his stream recently. He gets a lot of flack from maybe some fighters, but he was just on Mighty Mouse's podcast. It was actually not a bad. I'm a fan of some of his content. What are your thoughts on MMA Guru in the MMA scene?
Yeah, I see. He's like, obviously not everyone likes him, pisses him off and whatever. Oh, like they get pissed off with him, but I mean, it's like, man, I don't really take offense to a lot of stuff myself. It's the internet, you know. The internet wins always. It's undefeated. So, yeah, I've watched some of his stuff, man. I just all out my tears laughing, you know. Like,
Yeah, he's funny.
I can't help it, you know. Like I probably shouldn't laugh at some of the stuff he says, but it's gold, and yeah, he's just a crack up. I reckon he's crack up, and you know he's doing his job, like making fun of people doing like these breakdowns, and you know we're all fans of like each a different fighter as well. So he's gonna pick it like who he obviously wants to win. Like, but the one where he was commenting on like JDM and Bilal. It had me in tears, when he was talking about the M&Ms.
Yeah.
He's like, I don't think that's Ian's son.
That
killed me, bro. That killed me.
He had a good Aussie accent. Like, he actually executed the Australian accent very well. I don't know if it's because he's British, but he did a very good job.
Yeah, those impressions he's got are funny, man. That one that they did of Moreno had me dying. I was like, on Mighty Mouse's podcast, it was crack up. But.
Yeah, no, I find him very entertaining too. That was actually the question we asked about the M&Ms at the press conference. Yeah. So I even was laughing during his stream when he was doing the impression of JDM as well. But no, I think he brings a lot of entertainment to the space. So it's nice to see like fighters that don't take themselves so seriously get a kick out of the entertainment. Do you think his entertainment perspective is like a good thing for MMA? I feel like he brings a lot of fans to the sport.
Yeah, for sure. Like, I like what he said. He's like, I just make it fun for myself, you know, like the way I kind of conduct it, which is true. Like, I mean, I'm on like TikTok, Instagram. Some of the comments you see on my stuff as well, like people make fun of me and stuff. It is what it is, you know. Like, you put yourself. It's just the internet, I guess. Like,
100%.
You just got to get used to it, especially if you aren't. Like hard, like you don't have a thick shield coming into MMA, man. It's just brutal. I've seen the most brutal memes, and you see it all the time. You just gotta have thick skin, I guess. It is what it is. But that's what I mean. Like, there's so many bloody divas and suki-lalas these days. It's like far out.
It's true. You got to have thick skin. These MMA fan base is probably the toughest in the world. And I mean, to his credit. He's quite knowledgeable. He does know his stuff.
Yeah.
When you hear him break down certain fights or certain game plans, I'm like, you know what? He's actually much more knowledgeable than I am, and probably near a fighter in terms of his breakdowns of fights and strategy.
Oh yeah, like I've got a mate here in New Zealand. He's like kind of like a lower level, well not lower level. He's like on the come up, sort of like MMA Guru kind of streamer guy. His name's BetSlam with Sam. And so shout out to him. And then, yeah, like these guys, like I've talked to them, these guys literally watch every single UFC. They don't miss a beat. They do the breakdown. They go behind the scenes and they watch this fighter's, all his fights, his documentaries, what he's about. Like they really like sink their fingertips into these fighters' lives and try to figure out who they are. So they know more about fighting than I do, and when it comes to picking fights, because I just do it on a vague scale, you know. I'm like, oh yeah, this guy's got good kicks, like this guy's got good hands, like, this guy's gonna beat him, and then and then he gets smoked, and I never knew that. But the other, and then like you know, my bro, Sam, he'll just be like, oh yeah, I've been watching like him on this, and you break him down, and he'll give me like a wild take for me, like I'll be like, oh, I don't know about that, and then they'll come through exactly the way he told me, and I'm like, but that's why I realize some of these guys that are, and even though they've never, he even says it, like I've never had fights or anything like that, but man, they just They go off the percentages. They're on the UFC website looking at the